All right, happy to give you some feedback. Let's see, let's start with the cover. First thing I would do is remove the folio from the cover. You can do this by going to, in pages, going to your cover. Let's see. Okay, well, in this mock up thing, I don't have anything on the cover, but this is how let's pretend this is a cover. It's supposed to be. You would take none and see how the cover right now is based on A. You're going to take none and drag it down and drag it down, and that would take care of the folio. So you want to have a folio right there. So that's how to solve that. Okay, so that would get rid of that. Okay, this is good. I'm glad you have that. There is a subtitle to it. Let's see if somebody else put it on there. I don't know. Yeah, put on writing resistance, volume, and give it a number, and then a year. So that would make it feel more complete. This feels like it needs a stepping stone, and this feels like it needs more contrast. So I'd be tempted to move this to the blue, and then I would move this line to say that opacity of blue, and then give it a stepping stone. And it doesn't necessarily have to be drop caps. And I would probably vary. Using drop cap every single time is crazy, but maybe in November, all caps and all bold, or maybe the first sentence larger, like 15 point or something like that. Okay, so those are the ideas for the cover. Call for papers editors. We still have, okay, this wins. Let's see, do we have this peach background for everything? The answer is yes. Do we have a light blue for anything? We do have this light blue and that light blue you used on your cover. You could put this whole page, or maybe just from the editor's desk down, in all that light blue. And then I might make these. Okay, it's the drop caps that are gigantic. Look, they're much, much bigger than the letters. So they're working, but they're pretty loud. So, maybe make them instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 lines deep, maybe make them 2. And then maybe make the next 2 words, the TH of the in bold and editors in bold, to kind of like give me a transition from this great big letter into the rest. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Darken this. Calm down on the size of the drop caps. Yeah. Okay. I don't understand where there's a line on the edge of that peach color. I just want the peach block with this blue line. I don't want that little sliver of a line there. I see it in other places too. It's like right there and right there. Yeah, so if possible, I'd get rid of that. Back cover, it needs to be in this typeface, and it needs to be the same weight. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same size, but it should be the same typeface as table of contents and the number and the number. Okay, here's where I would have you consider working with 2 body copy sizes. One for your intro paragraph, bigger, and one for the rest of the body copy that's normal. That's 9 or 10 size. This is how you do it. You'd have to go to the paragraph styles. Let's see. Character styles first. We'd have to have our regular body copy, and this is going to be a 9 or 10. Okay. So the next thing we have to do is duplicate it, and we'll call it body copy large because it's for the intro paragraph, and we'll take this up to like 15 or something. I don't know. Okay, then you're going to take your paragraph styles, and you're going to have an intro paragraph, And the intro paragraph is going to use body copy large through end-nested style character, meaning go to the Pilcrow. And, if you want your drop cap on that, great. Okay, so there's that. And now I take, so that's what that is. And that's intro paragraph. And then you could have, let's see. Well, I'm just going to drag it over here. This is not how you do it, but, oh, okay. So I know this is wrong, but whatever. You're going to go from this size to this size. And that's your stepping stones that get you from title, subtitle, author to the intro paragraph are this drop cap, which again is, if it's taller than the title, this letter is pretty big, pretty darn big. But if you had the text itself bigger than the body copy, there would be a stepping stone too. So consider that. Okay, I'm really glad you have this in there. It's kind of an awkward placement right in the center. I'd go off to the left or right, whatever. And then look how much there's space at the bottom and none at the top. So I'll show you how to adjust that. Let's just look at this page over here. So there's a pull quote here. And it's like yours. It has more space on the bottom than it does the top. So what you need to do is go to Window, Text Wrap. When you go to your text wrap, you'll have at least the second one setting. This is no text wrap, and thus the type overlaps, but you'll have this one probably. And then you can set the gap. And now if you just leave this chain linked together, it will push all sides at the same time. You probably don't want to do that. So I'm going to break the chain, and I'm going to take the left and right to 0. Okay, 0 please. Maybe I'll just copy and paste. It's a little faster. Okay, and then now I can control my top and bottom, and I can say, oh, I want less on the bottom, and you can see the type's going to eventually move up, and then I want, more or less on the tie, and then you can get this even. You want it visually even. Let me get rid of this one thing. Where's my page? No, my layers. Okay, you want it visually even, and to be visually even, it's going to be slightly more at the bottom than it is the top. And you wouldn't want to do what I did here, and that's 2 widows in your pull quotes. Oh well. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Going back here. That's an awful lot of space just for references. If you got that space, I'd use references right there. Just get it over with. It's part of that article. Resistant narrative or hope. Okay, so again, it would make a whole lot of sense if you had an intro paragraph body copy size that's bigger. And no reason to have that. This is such a short article, you might as well have it all in one. And this is such, again, a very long title, so you should probably split it into title, subtitle. So you could focus on resisting negativity. That could be the largest 2 words. And for the hope of happiness could be small. Or you could reverse it and make happiness really big or hope of happiness really big and resisting negativity, and especially for the smaller. So this is the minimum amount of text that's needed for an opening spread. So good job. You're right. But when the whole article is that long, you don't really need it. And then what's this drop cap doing here? You got a drop cap already. You're not restarting an article. So that feels a little out of place. All right. Now with these drop caps, it feels like the type is touching both the T and the F. So let me just show you real quick how to get that moved away. What you'd do is you'd go into the type tool and you would click right there, right between, in this case, the W and the R, and then you'd hold Option on your keyboard or Alt, and then you're going to use the arrow keys to push things away to the left arrow or push things tighter to the right arrow. In your case right here, well, the things are too tight. They need to be pushed away in both cases. So there you go. I hope you find that feedback useful, and I look forward to seeing your updated work. Thank you very much.